Okay, this is our video for section 3.7, which is implicit differentiation, which directly follows 3.6, the chain rule in the textbook. So the resources you need for this are the PDF, the outline of the lesson, which is on the web page in Moodle. Here's the Khan Academy link. You watch the Khan Academy video first, and then the Greg Kelly PowerPoint. You're going to ignore the first two slides on the PowerPoint, and then slide 3 is going to correspond directly to the Khan Academy video. And the way we're going to help you prepare for the AP test in terms of section 3.7 is go to questions 61 and 62 at the end of section 3.7. So the question for 61 and 62 is x squared plus a negative xy plus y squared equals 1. And they want you to differentiate that. So to differentiate this, for 61, I'm differentiating this with respect to x. So x squared differentiates to 2x. The second term is the product of negative 1 times xy. So I have, subtract, first term, x times the derivative of the second term. So the derivative of y with respect to x is dy dx. Plus the second term times the derivative of the first, plus the third term would give me 2y dy dx, and the derivative of the right side would be a 0. Then what you're going to do is group the terms multiplied by dy dx on the left and add the opposite of the other terms to the right. So if I add a negative 2x and a positive y to both sides, and then I factor out a dy dx from what's left on the left, I would have 2y plus a negative x times dy dx equals negative 2x plus y. Then I'm multiplying both sides by the reciprocal of 2y plus a negative x, and I'm getting what dy dx equals, which in your textbook is choice A. So that's question 61, which is asking you to calculate the first derivative. And 62 is asking you to differentiate that. So to get the second derivative, we have to do the quotient rule. So we take the denominator and square it. We paste the denominator and multiply it by the derivative of the numerator plus the numerator times the derivative of the denominator. So as I'm doing that, this over the denominator squared, I bring down the first term. Now what have you got? If you differentiate negative 2x with respect to x, you're getting a negative 2. If you differentiate y, you're getting your answer to question 61. That's dy dx. So I take my answer from 61 and I paste it here. Plus plus your numerator times the derivative of the denominator. And when you differentiate the denominator, you have 2 dy dx, which is your answer to 61, subtract 1. And we have an addition here at the top of the left side of the top line. So to add these terms, I'm going to multiply by 1 in the form of the common denominator over itself so we can combine like terms. That's what happens here. We rewrite negative 1 as this subtract this over itself. The rest of it is algebra combining like terms. And we get down here. We factor out the greatest common factor being a negative 6. Negative 6 times this expression. But this is the original question. And the original question was equal to 1. So we end up with negative 6 times 1 over 2y plus a negative x, the quantity cubed, to be the second derivative. And this, you can anticipate having to do definitely the first and possibly the second derivative implicitly on the AP test.